Well, hi there. Hope you had a nice Christmas and a Happy New Year. These videos usually go up 2 or 3 weeks after I actually record them, so there's a lag time. This is the first video I'm recording after Christmas, so hope you had a nice Christmas. Pink Firefly and I had a great Christmas because last Christmas we had no Christmas because we were moving. So I said this Christmas, having a double Christmas. Big, giant Christmas with all the foofy, gay decorations and shit. It was great. I'm going to give you something today that took me many decades to learn. So you're actually getting something in this video that took me decades of my life to learn. That's kind of my role here, is to help you save time so you don't have to go through the crap that I went through when I was younger, doing everything wrong or doing most things wrong. When I was younger, I had problems. And I didn't like my problems, so I wanted to get rid of my problems. I have a very low threshold for unhappiness. Most people, seemingly, apparently, can be unhappy to some degree for decades and just be fine with it. I'm not like that. I hate being unhappy. So when I had my problems, I would work to fix my problems because I didn't want any problems. So I would be a young man and I would say, oh shit, I can't put any gas in my car because I have no money. So I need to make more money. I need to make some money. So I'd work and I would fix that problem. Then I go, oh shit, I'm behind on my taxes and the IRS is pissed. So now I got to fix that problem. So I'd fix that problem. Then I'd say, oh no, I'm not getting laid. I need to get laid. I'm a guy. I have to have sex. So I got to fix that problem. So I fixed that problem. Then I said, oh shit, now I'm huge and overweight. I got to lose a bunch of weight. So I had to fix that problem. So problem. I spent all this time fixing problems. And when I was a young guy, my goal was to get to the point where I had no problems. Okay? So I could wake up in the morning and say, oh, I have no problems. Woo! And I could just chill and relax because I have no problems. All my problems are gone. Life doesn't work that way. It's not how it works. So the way life works is a little different. When you solve a problem, it creates new problems. Whenever you do something new in your life that is good, it creates a new set of problems. So even if you're sitting on your ass and not fixing your problems, you'll have problems. Even if you're fixing your problems, you'll have problems. It'll just be a different set of problems. So you're always going to have problems. That's part of life. As a matter of fact, when I was a young guy, some of my mentors at the time would try to explain this to me and say, hey, Caleb, you don't ever get to the point where you have no problems. You always have problems. But I ignored them because I'm a dumbass. So eventually, I got to the point where I would solve these problems and a whole new set of problems were created. So I had to learn, and it took me a long time to learn this. You will always have problems in your life. You will never not have problems. But there are two kinds of problems, and they're very different. There are bad problems, and there are good problems. What? How can you have good problems? Bad problems are problems that indicate very bad things going on in your life. Good problems are problems, and they're problems, they are negative, they're bad, but they demonstrate good things going on in your life. So I'll give you an example. So a bad problem would be, I'm so poor, I can't pay my electric bill. That's a bad problem. You don't want that problem. That's a shitty problem. That means there's all kinds of things wrong in your life if you can't pay your fucking electric bill, right? That's a problem. It's a serious problem, and it's indicative of bad things, so it's a bad problem. You don't want that problem, okay? What's another problem? I haven't had sex in 8 months. That's a bad problem. That is indicative of something very wrong going on in your life, okay? Whatever excuses you have, that's indicative of a problem. Now, I'm not saying you have to be like me. I know there are a lot of guys with lower sex drives, but even you lower sex drive guys, okay, fine. 8 months with no sex, 8 months, that's a problem. And that's a problem you don't want. That's a problem that is indicative of lots of negative conditions in your life. That is a negative indicator problem, right? I could go on, but you get the point. So let me give you some examples of some problems that I've had in the last 13 years as an Alpha Male 2.0, some good problems. 13 years. I'm now entering my 14th year as an Alpha Male 2.0. I'm very excited. It's awesome. So here are some of the problems, the good problems that I've had over the last 13 years. Here's some examples. Now, some of these are going to sound funny. They're going to sound like I'm making a joke. They're going to sound like I'm making them up. They're all true. These are real problems I've had. Oh crap, I have too many women in my life right now, and I can't schedule all my women next week. So I'm going to have to unschedule several women or delay several women for the following week, and it's going to hurt their feelings, and I might get drama. Now, that's a problem. It's a problem? Yeah, it's a problem. If you've never experienced it, it is a problem. But it's a good problem. That's a good problem to have. I remember I've had this problem several times in the past. I haven't had it lately because I've streamlined that part of my life. But for years, I had that problem off and on. And I remember the first time I had that problem, I was on my laptop, and I'm like, God damn it. I have too many, had like 2 MLTRs and like 3 or 4 FBs, something like that. I don't remember the exact combination. But I was sitting there going, God, I gotta get her. She's Monday night, and she's Wednesday night. Thursday I'm working, and Friday night, and Wednesday. Crap, I'm not be able to see so-and-so. I'm gonna have to move her. Oh, then I'll get a bunch of shit. I might hurt her feelings, and oh, great. And then I stopped myself and I said, what a quality problem. This is a good problem to have. As compared to when I was in my early 20s, when I was a typical beta male, dating some woman who barely wanted to be with me, and I was clinging on to her for dear life. And I was like many of you, please don't break up with me. I'll cry and get mad and fuck. What a difference. So that's a good problem. Okay, here's another problem I've had. Had this semi-recently, more than once. The 3 companies that I have, all 3 of which I'm very excited about, 2 of them are making so much money and doing so well that I have to put one on pause, and I won't be able to work on that company for a while, even though I really, really, really want to, and it pisses me off I can't work on this company because the other 2 companies are doing so well. That's a problem. It sucks. Now, you may not relate to that problem, but trust me, it's a problem, especially for me, a guy like me. But that's a good problem. What a good problem to have. Oh crap, I can't work on this business because these 2 other companies over here are making so much money. It's fucking great. I can't work on this business because these 2 other companies over here are making so much money and doing so well. This is a quality problem. Here's another problem. I've mentioned this on the Caleb Jones blog recently. Let's see, how do I give this to you without giving you numbers? I have made more money in X period of time than I planned on, so now I have all this extra money. I don't exactly know where to invest it and where to allocate it because I wasn't planning on this much money. Shit, now what do I do? That's a problem. That's not a problem. Yes, it's a problem. It takes time and effort and my schedule. It takes, it takes resources. It takes money in some cases for advice and things like that. It's a problem, but it's a good problem to have. So my point is, the objective is not to get to the point where you have no problems, because you'll never reach that point. Your objective instead should be to get to the point where you have no bad problems. And all the problems you have, and you will have them, are all good problems. So today, I have a few problems. I have a few, but they're all good. 100% of my problems today are good problems. They're indicative of good things going on in my life. They're all good. The last bad problem I had was a few years ago, started gaining weight again, and I looked in the mirror and I said, oh shit, this doesn't look good. I gotta fucking fix this. So I had to lose a bunch of weight again. And so it went from a bad problem to a good problem. It's still a problem. I gotta lose more weight, and I am. But I'm at the point now where I can look in the mirror and instead of going, holy shit, no, I look in the mirror now and go, yeah, it's good enough. It's fine. So it's no longer a bad problem. It's still a problem. I want to optimize my weight. So it's still a problem, but it's now a good problem. It's not a bad problem. Make sense? So all my problems now are good problems. When I was a younger guy, I had shitloads of bad problems. So it's not to get rid of problems. It's to convert your bad problems into good problems, which is good because as you solve the bad problems, the new problems that are created normally tend to be good problems. Now, just because they're good problems doesn't mean you don't solve them. You have to solve those problems too. I have a few good problems right now, a few of them, and they need to be solved. They need to be, they're still problems. They're still negative. Okay? You don't just justify them. You still work on them until they're gone, and then you get a new set of good problems and you work on those. That's life. That's how it works. It's not about no problems. It's about good problems.